Most people think Hebrew, Israelite, and Jew are the same thing. They're dead wrong. These three words represent completely different peoples, different times, and different identities. And the confusion between them has caused more misunderstanding about Middle Eastern history than almost anything else. By the end of this video, you'll know the truth that changes everything. Let's start with the Hebrews. The word Hebrew comes from Ivri, meaning one who crosses over. Abraham was the first Hebrew when he crossed the Euphrates River around 2000 BCE. Hebrews were nomadic tribes, not a nation. They wandered across Mesopotamia and Canaan, following their flocks and their God. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and their families, all Hebrews. Here's where it gets interesting. Jacob, Abraham's grandson, had his name changed to Israel after wrestling with an angel. His 12 sons became the 12 tribes. But they weren't called Israelites yet. That came later, much later. For now, they were still Hebrew tribes, still nomadic, still following their animals across the ancient world. Then came the game changer. Famine struck Canaan. Jacob's family, about 70 people total, migrated to Egypt where Joseph had become powerful. They settled in Goshen, in the Nile Delta. For 400 years, these Hebrew tribes grew and multiplied in Egypt. They were still Hebrews, descendants of Abraham, but everything was about to change. Moses changed everything. When he led the Hebrew tribes out of Egypt around 1300 BCE, they stopped being just nomadic tribes. At Mount Sinai, they received the Torah, the law, a national identity. For the first time, they became the Israelites, the people of Israel, bound by law, headed to the Promised Land. Same bloodline, completely new identity. The Israelites conquered Canaan under Joshua. 12 tribes settled in different regions. For centuries, they were ruled by judges, then kings. Saul, David, Solomon, all Israelite kings ruling the United Kingdom of Israel. This was the Golden Age. One people, one land, one kingdom. But it didn't last. After Solomon died, civil war split the kingdom in two. The northern kingdom kept the name Israel, 10 tribes. The southern kingdom became Judah, mainly 2 tribes, Judah and Benjamin. Same people, same heritage, now 2 separate nations. And this is where the word Jew first appears. Here's the shocking truth. The word Jew comes from Judah, the southern kingdom. Originally, Jews were just people from Judah, not all Israelites. The northern kingdom of Israel had its own identity. When Assyria destroyed the northern kingdom in 722 BCE, 10 tribes disappeared from history. Only Judah survived. Babylon destroyed Judah in 586 BCE. The temple was demolished, Jerusalem burned, and the people were exiled to Babylon. But something incredible happened in exile. The survivors from Judah developed new traditions, new ways of worship, new identity. When they returned 70 years later, they brought back Judaism as we know it today. So here's the truth. Hebrews were the original nomadic tribes from Abraham to Moses. Israelites were the united people who conquered and settled the Promised Land. Jews were originally just people from Judah who survived exile and created modern Judaism. 3 different periods, 3 different identities, 1 continuous people. Today, these terms are used differently. Hebrew is the language. Israelite is mostly historical. Jew refers to anyone practicing Judaism or descended from the Jewish people. But now you know the real history behind these words. Understanding this matters because it explains so much about Middle Eastern politics, religious conflicts, and identity debates that affect all of us in South Asia and the Gulf region today.